swingman with the silky step-back J. The truth, Paul Pierce and the Boston Celtics go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder and their stifling defender, Russell Westbrook. Boston, Oklahoma City. Up next.
Welcome, fans, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg. Great to have you with us. Oh, it's a rumble that sounds like thunder. These Oklahoma City fans already making some noise. So with Rondo on the bench, here's the five for Doc Rivers right now. Allen out there with Nate Robinson. Then there's Perkins. Then it's Pierce and Garnett. And for the Thunder, Durant and Green in the forward positions. Westbrook and Harden in the backcourt. And Cystic. Now here's Westbrook. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to speak with head coach Doc Rivers. There's a lot of athleticism and length on the team they're facing today, and that's just in Kevin Durant alone. Coach told me there's no question he's a superstar in the NBA, saying, quote, "We have to come up with a way to limit the damage Durant can do because he's as deadly a weapon as you're going to find." Not bad for a guy so early in his career, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Last season was an adventure for Nate Robinson, who fell out of favor with Knicks coach Mike D'Antoni and was benched for 14 games.
Yeah, I know D'Antoni felt like he was a little too friendly with opposing players after losses, and Robinson also had that incident where he shot at their own basket right after the buzzer, so who knows?
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Ray Allen. Al Harden following Nate Robinson's three-point attempt. Here's Durant. The Celtics on offense. Pass to Garnett. Stolen by Durant. Here's Harden.
Oh! Great D leads to easy offense.
Here's Rondo. Westbrook picks him up. Durant against Pierce. Takes it up. And he's able to score the bucket. Foul called by the official. So one free throw for him right here. And no problem at the line here for the three-point play. Kevin Garnett, the big-ticket KG Clark, where do you start on his list of accomplishments?
Well, I think knowing how competitive he is, Kevin, I'm sure if you ask him, he'd start with the championship. He's a surefire Hall of Famer, 04 MVP, 13-time NBA All-Star, first ballot Hall of Famer.
What a heart, huh?
Yep.
Green is whistled for the loose ball foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Robinson. Here's Perkins. The rebound by Jeff Green. And Clark, you mentioned KG's fire, his competitive drive after coming to the NBA so long and playing for so well over so many years. How good do you think it feels for him to add that title, NBA champion, to his resume?
Well, beyond words, probably, Kevin. I mean, that's the ultimate for anybody playing a team sport, and he's been one of the best, a leader, a winner, and a champion.
Goes up. The shot by Pierce will not go.
That was a high degree of difficulty on that shot. Whenever the defense can make you change your shot at the last moment, it's never easy.
Oklahoma City on D. Tipped. Harden against Garnett. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Westbrook. Kept alive. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Here's Rondo. 2:12 left in the first. Pass to Pierce. The three. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Some players really look for the three-point shot in transition. It's one of the best times to shoot it. You have to be a sharpshooter, though. And, of course, he is.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And the Thunder making a change here. Brooks checked in. The Celtics also changing it up. O'Neal's checked in. So here's Westbrook. Now let's check in with the third member of our crew, Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, Rajon Rondo is quickly becoming the Celtics' most important player. Kevin Garnett said he's growing up in front of us. It's great to watch. I used to see him quiet, hiding in the corner. He didn't say 2 words. Sometimes I sort of miss that, but it's a good thing. I'm happy for him. Paul Pierce added, he's grown up right before our eyes, and pretty soon he's going to be here, the face of the franchise, when we're all gone and in our rocking chairs. Guys, back to you.
The Celtics a veteran team, but with young talent nonetheless. Thanks, Doris. What do you think, Clark, about this Celtics team last year? They actually won more games on the road than they did at home. You don't see that very often.
You sure don't, Kevin. I mean, talk about the exception to the rule. I mean, you rarely see that in any sport, especially the NBA, where home court is such a big advantage typically.
Here is Durant. They shoot again. Outside runner. The nail biter finally drops in.
I don't think they'll look for that shot each time down the floor, but they'll take it.
Rondo kicks to Shaq. Cristic is there. To Rondo. Outside for Robinson. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Here's Westbrook. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Another miss by Westbrook. I will say this, however, of all the teams that I'd expect to do what you said, win more games on the road than at home, the Celtics would be at the top of the list.
Well, they're a veteran group, and you talk about winning on the road, and experience is always a factor. They know how to get it done on the road. Veterans have seen it all. They come in with the right mindset, and they're very rarely easily rattled by opposing crowds.
Here's Rondo, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. 5 on the clock. Here's Rondo. It's blocked.
Here's another example, Kevin, of how they're hustling to all the missed shots to get an edge in the rebounding area.
A closely contested game here at the start of the second quarter. Here's Allen. So with Rondo on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. We've got Allen. Here's out there at Perkins. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal and Robinson. And Clark, it looks like Shaquille O'Neal is trying to find the fountain of youth, always looking for a way to stay in the league, better his play, and keep going.
Yeah, well, no surprise there. He's kind of a creative guy. Imagine that we'll have tie-dye jerseys next when it comes to Shaquille, looking for that elusive fountain of youth.
Making a switch here are the Celtics. Scalabrini's checked in. Open look. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got his second bucket.
Good positioning that time, and it paid off for him.
Cristic gets called for blocking, and that'll be his third foul so far.
Well, they've got to decide whether to keep him in there or not, Kevin. He better be careful if he's in.
Kevin Garnett is checked in for Shaq. Here's Allen. Garnett in the post. Cristic on him. Here's Allen. And off the glass as he lays that one up and in. Allen's got his first 2 points. With age comes wear and tear, and the Celtics experienced some of those injuries. When you look at last season, Garnett and Pierce having knee issues. But you know what, Clark? Even youngsters on their team got banged up. Big baby Glenn Davis, he had a thumb injury, a broken thumb. He had an ankle injury. I mean, health is such a big issue for young and old.
Yeah, that's just part of the game, Kevin. You hope that you're fortunate as a team.
Whoa!
That was the old Matador defense right there. Olay.
Why so passive? The defenders need to show some determination.
I agree.
Here's Garnett, and he makes the basket. So one free throw coming up as he'll try to make it a three-point play. He can't complete the three-point play. Mark, a lot of people felt that Kevin Garnett was getting too old for the Celtics to make it back to the finals.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, that's understandable. He and the Celtics seemed to get healthy just in time for the playoffs, and I think that made all of the difference.
Here's Westbrook, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two.
First personal foul, 2 seconds. Russell Westbrook. Shooting.
No good on the free throw. How much do you think Clark Garnett's persona as a player has influenced this Celtics team?
Kevin, that's been a big factor. I mean, you think about the Celtics, how they dominated the Cavs and the Magic with defense, focus, toughness, and the will to win. A lot of that you have to attribute to Kevin Garnett.
Thinking about Westbrook, he has made one of the most impressive transitions from off guard to point guard I think you'll ever see.
And you know what? That's not an easy transition to make. There have been plenty of guys that have failed in trying to do that and brought their teams down with them, but credit his intelligence and his work ethic, and I think he also has taken coaching from Scott Brooks really well. Already, they're getting into a little foul trouble here.
Here's Allen. Chance there to take the lead, missing. Now here's Westbrook, and that's good on the layup. Westbrook's got his second basket of the game. Clark Westbrook upped his assist month after month last season, finished the season with 8 assists a game, a pretty good increase from the year before.
Yeah, very impressive increase. And you know, back when he got drafted as the 4th player in 2008, a lot of people thought that was a reach. I was surprised he went that high, but I had no doubt that he would be an outstanding player. And right now, Oklahoma City enjoying the benefits of that risky pick in the eyes of some.
Paul Pierce is checked in for Boston. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And the Celtics making a change here. Rondo's checked in. Here is Harden. Kendrick Perkins pulls it in.
Looked like he had the angle. That's a bad miss that close to the goal.
Garnett in the post, guarded by Green. Fades back. Rondo. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green.
He just lost another one, Kevin. I mean, he's really having a difficult time seeing the defense here.
Celtics trail by 4. Perkins, the pass to Rondo. Knocks it loose. Pass to Garnett.
He knew exactly where the ball was going and got a hand on it.
Here's Harden on the wing. From 20 feet out. The shot, no good. So Boston will take it the other way. 1:44 left in the half. Clark, the Thunder were a tough team to play at home. 27 wins for them here in Oklahoma City last year.
I think you've got to give an awful lot of credit to Scott Brooks as the head coach. Really did a nice job bringing that young team together. And how about the fans? One of the best atmospheres in the NBA.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And the Thunder making a change here. Cooks checked in. Here's Westbrook. He's got 6. Getting back to the Thunder last year, Coach Scott Brooks really made the most of his roster. Wouldn't you agree?
Without question, Kevin. He was an excellent communicator. He seemed to maintain a certain level of calm and stability, and I think that permeated with his players. Oh, man. Shots like that will make a coach lose his hair.
Paul Pierce, the 10th pick in the 1998 draft, and what a great selection, Clark, for the Boston Celtics.
You know, Kevin, from day one, it appeared as though Paul Pierce played as if he had something to prove, and he's proven that he's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the great players in Boston Celtics history.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line.
This Celtics team came away with 17 wins against the West last year. Solid numbers against a really tough conference.
Garnett, the screen. Pierce. Let's go with the three. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Pierce has got 6. Here's Westbrook. A little long, but it goes in. And the Thunder lead by 2. That record Clark Boston had against the West, you mentioned those numbers were actually down 4 from a year ago for the Celts.
Yeah, but across the board, they had a bit of a down year overall. It's hard to stay around 60-plus wins like they did, so you can't really blame them for that.
He's picked up by Rondo. A 10-footer. Westbrook can't get it to go.
We've seen some good scrambles for rebounds and even a bit of a fight sometimes. That's just good play inside, and that's kept this game close.
Durant, the pass to Cook. And the rebound goes to Nate Robinson. And here comes Rondo. No points for him. Here's Pierce. The rebound by Jeff Green.
Once he gets it inside, Kevin, he's really a good finisher. That's a good effort defensively to force the miss.
Here's Westbrook. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And so we wrap up the first half.
So far in the game for Westbrook, 9 points and 1 rebound. He looks like a man among boys right now.
Back in a moment from Oklahoma City.
And welcome to HP at the half. A close game right now out in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City. And now back out to the game.
Well, it's been a tight game as we enter the second half. Both teams going at it. Here's Rondo. Durant, Green, and Cystic compose the front court. Then there's Russell Westbrook and Cook. That's the route for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half. Robinson for 3. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Kevin, you can't rest or blink at all on him. He's a dangerous scorer, and you have to know where he is at all times.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Thunder. The and one is good, so a 3-point play that time. We talk to people in the Thunder organization, and they just rave about Durant's work ethic.
Well, it's very obvious this kid really wants to be excellent. They say he's always the first one in the gym and the last to leave. Essentially, he's a superstar who works as though he's trying to make the team. Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
Celtics trail by 4. Here's Rondo, looking for his first bucket of the game. Pierce kicks to Rondo. The turnover by Oklahoma City. The Thunder leading by 4. Right side, Westbrook. Green, uncovered, and it's Paul Pierce with the rebound.
If you're going to leave someone open out there, he'd be the guy. He doesn't have the touch from that spot.
And Clark, you think about how the Thunder have grown as a franchise, building a young team the right way, acquiring young talent, not overlooking character. I mean, they're not making any shortcuts at all here.
No, not at all. I mean, it is Oklahoma City, not exactly the most inviting destination for free agents, and their practice facility is a converted roller rink, so it makes the sales pitch tough. But when you look at that young talent and how cohesive they are and that outstanding coach, it works.
Here's Westbrook. 9 points in the game so far. Robinson picks him up. Here's Cystic, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Well, that's a little bit of the European style of play there. When your bigs can hit the mid-range jumper, it can really open things up for everybody else.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. One thing about Paul Pierce, he's still a steadying presence. You hear him getting interviewed. He's a very charismatic player, too.
Yeah, he is. He's very even-keeled. He's a terrific leader. And he's got a good sense of humor as well.
From the corner, basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Pierce has got 11 points.
Well, that's an excellent job at getting to the bucket. They're rolling to start this half. Everything is clicking.
Durant, no luck. Excellent D there from Garnett. You know, Clark, Pierce has had his character questioned in the past. People have labeled him selfish or a hothead. I mean, is that accurate?
You know, I don't think so. Oftentimes when guys are developing who they are and what their identity is in the league, they can appear one way, but really at their core be totally different. And I think that's part of what you saw with Paul Pierce early on. Frustrated with not winning? Sure. But I think he's always been a pretty high character guy.
The shot is off, and the Thunder go the other way. Here's the break. Here's Harden. Takes it up. The Celtics with the lead. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And the Celtics making a change here. Here's Allen. Into O'Neal.
And you look at what they've done, or rather what they haven't done, it's hold on to the ball. They've had 4 turnovers already this quarter.
Here's Allen. Lets loose for 3. Cystic gets the board inside. Oklahoma City trailer. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Robinson. Westbrook picks him up. Screen by Perkins. Back to Robinson. Pass to O'Neal. Leads him with the pass. Connects from in close.
Well, it's clear they're struggling some here in the second half. I thought they played better on the defensive end in the first half.
Fans of the Celtics, they've built such a rapport with their franchise. Each generation, it seems, to grow, and Boston now is a veteran team. You know, frankly, though, one of the older teams in the NBA.
Absolutely, Kevin, and there were a lot of questions about if their window might be past or closing. I think the way they played in May answered all of those questions, though. They still are a championship caliber team and can turn it on when they need to.
Here's Allen, kept alive, outside for Robinson. Finally knocks it down. Robinson's got 8 points.
They're shooting it much better in the second half here. The adjustments that they made during halftime certainly have seemed to work. Better ball movement, better shot selection, better results.
Here's Green, rebound by Ray Allen.
He's been AWOL this quarter. When his team is down and in need of some scoring from him, he hasn't shown up.
O'Neal nails the easy jumper. O'Neal's got his first points in this one. Westbrook kicks to Harden to end the drought. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Now a timeout called by Boston. Making a switch here, the Celtics. Here's Allen. Pierce with a screen on Westbrook. Fades away. Some great basketball so far as we end the third quarter. Nice game. Great performance by Paul Pierce.
Yeah, not flashy numbers, but his presence has definitely been felt out there. It's the little things, Kevin. He's getting them done.
The NBA here. And the final period of play just about to start. Here's Westbrook. So with Rondo on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. They've got Nate Robinson, Perkins is out there with Pierce, and it's Garnett and Allen.
The defense hasn't let him get too many clean looks in this game. He's having trouble getting it done at the offensive end here, and I think you've got to credit the defense. Well, he can't believe that one didn't fall. Those are usually automatic.
Here's Harden. The shot is off, and the Celtics go with it the other way.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
Back to Pierce. Again, Pierce missing.
He hasn't been able to contribute as well as he wanted to. But in spite of that, they still have the lead, and that's a good sign.
No good. So Boston will take it the other way. Robinson passes to Garnett. Robinson guarded by Harden. Garnett, the screen. Here's Allen. It's rebounded by Durant.
An outstanding pick there, and he still couldn't get the basket. Next time he gets a look that good, he's got to make it count. His explosive leaping ability allows him to throw it down on defenders with reckless abandon.
Absolutely, Clark. I don't think there's any question that he's one of the premier athletes in the league right now. Allen for three. That's good. Allen's got his second basket.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
From the wing, Harden can't hit.
Well, he's had a tough time shooting the ball today. His percentage has been way down compared to what he normally does. I think that's a big reason that they're down.
Pass to Garnett. Perkins, the pass to Robinson. Pierce. 4 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Robinson, that's good.
You know, earlier in the game, they had trouble getting on track, shooting a really poor percentage. But they've overcome that now, and they look to be in a nice rhythm and flow.
They retain possession. Green kicks to Westbrook.
And Kev, that's only his first giveaway for the game.
Westbrook picks him up. Got a piece of it. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're losing by 9. 2:29 left in the game. The Thunder making a switch here. Brooks checked in. And then for Boston, Glenn Davis is checked in for Garnett. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Ray Allen. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that break, Coach Scott Brooks had some words for his team. He was clearly fuming. He told them, "You guys look like you're sleepwalking out there." He said, "I don't know if you rolled out of the wrong side of the bed this morning or what, but we've got to step up and wake up. Guys?"
Shaq's checked in for the Celtics. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Rondo. 2:24 left in the fourth. Into Shaq. Goes up. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You got to stop the layup there. Make him earn his points from the line.
And that one misses.
2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Kevin, you can never knock hustle, but it has to be smart hustle. You got to do your work before the ball comes off the rim. You can't climb up the defender's back. That's illegal.
Outside runner. That's good. They close the gap to 4. And here's Rondo. Pierce with the screen on Westbrook. Rondo kicks to Shaq. And there's the 3-second violation. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And I love the unselfishness. It's a joy to watch.
Takes it up. Blocked. It's tipped. Left side Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Rajon Rondo.
So far in the game for Westbrook, he has 9 points and 3 assists.
Off target on the first. Kevin Garnett. He's checked in for Shaq. No good at the stripe this time. His second misses also. Kept alive. Gets it to go.
You've got to box out on the free throws. Put a body on somebody. The little things can make a big difference.
Outside Rondo. It's Pierce on the wing. Guarded now by Durant. Here's Perkins. Yes, on the jump shot. Thunder trailing by 4. Pass to Green. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Perkins. Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 3. Making a switch here are the Celtics. Allen's checked in. Off on the second.
That makes it a 1-possession game. And I'm sure he wishes he could have that one miss back.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're winning by 3. 1:10 left in the game. Celtics leading by 3. Back to Garnett. The kick out to Pierce. Tosses it up. Again, Pierce missing.
It's been a struggle. It's not happening right now. He needs to settle down a bit and let the offense come to him a little more. He's forcing things right now.
No good on the first. Sinks the second, and that brings them within 2.
Well, he split his free throws, but if they can get a stop here, they've still got a chance.
Less than 1 minute left. Allen outside. He's covered by Westbrook. Got a piece of it. Garnett the pass to Allen. Pocket 2. Garnett up high and down hard.
Oh, that's much in the clutch. They needed that one, Kev. Time is getting short now. If they don't get some quick points, game over.
Deflected. And so there's the intentional foul. They still got to foul him for a second time to get into the penalty and send him to the stripe.
That's exactly what they need to do to stretch out this game. Smart foul there.
The Celtics on offense. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And the intentional foul called as they try to prolong it here.
Well, Kev, that took forever. I don't know what took them so long, but the coaching staff can't be pleased with that right now.
Sinks the first one, and that puts them up by 5. 2 for 2, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that'll do it, Kevin. Those last free throws were the icing on the cake.
Back to Westbrook. Shoots a 3. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark and Doris and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Brand Player of the Game, Ray Allen.